Have a nice one here, might be good track. About a foot in front of Jack.
All right. So I think that has solved our sound problems. That's certainly turned it up, if nothing else. So I'll just check that on my monitor, and then have I changed the camera over? No, I haven't. Sorry, guys.
Great second bowl, Jody. Shot to Canberra. Phil Crow.
Gotcha. All right. So anyone that didn't hear us and hasn't heard us for the last few ends, we're here at Queanbeyan RSL Memorial Bowling Club watching the Grade 1 Pennant Final. I'm Benny Two Shoes, and sitting next to me is Neil Seaman. And we're watching an absolutely brilliant game. And if you haven't heard the audio, some were, some had, some did, some couldn't. And
9-8 after 9 ends, I think, Benny.
9-8 after 9 ends on the big board. And that's interesting. We started this game with a 6 to Queanbeyan RSL.
A lot of bowls left in the day.
Exactly right.
Logan O'Shaughnessy on the mat. His first bowl finished just behind Jack, off to the bowler's left. Look to send this one similar weight, touch wider. If he can get around those, he's played that one slightly heavy. Stay up. It does. All right, Graham Reid is on a similar track. See if he can play that weight a little bit better. I think he has.
Celebrations behind us once again. Western Creek obviously doing something right back here. I'm just going to, because I lost a minute, I'll update all the scoreboards and make sure we're in the right place.
All these scoreboards here seem to be up to date, mate.
Isn't it good they've actually given us the back of the scoreboards this time? I love that. Makes my life easy.
We might just have to be mathematicians because our view is a bit obstructed to that big board. Jess Hogan here on the mat. Chucky calling her on her forehand for a jack high spot. I think the weight was good on that one. Chris Cricket.
Yep, 9-8 on 9. Perfect.
Yep. Both threes starting with a similar bowl to start with, cutting the head just that fraction. Probably a little bit more action in the green than we thought at this stage. Jess has given this one a little bit more width. And it stays out there. See if Chris can split the difference.
Yeah, interesting head forming there. The wall in front.
Well, Chris has got a good one coming in here. Yep, shot. There's your shot. Great bowl. Skipper Rob likes that one. Queanbeyan RSL will be holding one with that bowl just behind Jack. Logan O'Shaughnessy would probably be second with his pink bowl off to the bowler's left.
So that's the almost the downward view for what you can see, what the bowlers can see. That wall in front of them is pretty interesting.
Chucky trying to find a gap in the wall. He's played a little bit of weight in case there's contact. Oh, this is a good bowl.
Well, it's definitely second. He's played a very good bowling there, hasn't he?
It's second, but it is in a promotable position. So if he plays a similar bowl with his second, barring what Rob Craven does with his first bowl, Chucky's got a really good target there for his second bowl.
One of my mates from St George's Basin there,
Jeffrey Dean. Jeff and I played the mixed pairs final, ACT mixed pairs reserve final last year. I beat him and I liked it. Mind you, we'd had a little bit of a sustenance session the night before, so it was good to get on the green and have a roll. Great bloke, Jeff Dean. Good bowler.
Yeah, good bowler, yeah.
All right, so Chucky would be down one. He does have that bowl that he can use of his own as a target in the wall. Apart from that, Benny, I can't see what you can do with that.
Not much, yeah, exactly. There's no real draw. And especially with bowls, as we said, they'll turn on this green, but they're pretty narrow.
Yep. Chucky will play a little bit of weight, but it'll be a control bowl. It's very early in the game. The last thing you want to do is set yourself up to go down another large score. That's exactly what he's done.
Well, he's willing it to turn, I think. I don't know. He's going to clunk that one.
Oh, I don't know if that was the right contact. Might not have changed anything too much.
The magic finger's out to sea.
One's the call.
So you could actually hear what he said there. He said, try to draw around under you. It's going to be hard to get it, though.
Hard to get.
And he's not wrong.
I think Rob's a little bit wider there, not wanting to disrupt anything in the negative way. We'll end up with one to QRSL here.
Tell you what, fair effort.
It's a good bowl.
I bumped into that front one I didn't see, yeah. Well, they increased to 7.
7-4 after 4 on this rink. 3-2 after 4 on rink, is that 10? Rink 10. And on rink 8, it's Canberra Bowling Club 4, QRSL 1 after 3.
Yeah, a bit of a pick up there for Canberra as well, by the looks.
I'm doing the maths in my head. 11-9 after 10 to Canberra. Or 11-10 after 10.
I'll just stick my head around, yeah. So despite Queanbeyan's huge start with that 6, Canberra Bowling Club 1 up on the big board after 11 ends.
That's a really good coverage of an early deficit to be recovered after sort of only 11 ends, and to have eradicated a 6 is a really good result. Strong bowls from Canberra.
Yeah, it's important the psychological game comes into that, and you build it back up and start winning, then you really start winning, don't you? Scores going up next door. Queanbeyan's picked up a couple there.
Close for shot on this end. Jodie's got one jack high off to her right. She'll just try and improve that with her second bowl here. Any improvement on that will definitely be shot. Phil Crow's bowl is to the bowler's left, just in front of Jack. Here's your shot bowl. Watch this one coming.
Oh, what a correction. Well, the first one wasn't bad, but that one's just about perfect.
Really good ball. Sharky marks that one, sitting in a good spot. Graham Reid. That one goes through. Here's Logan.
Right.
It's a good arch with these pink balls. It's a late turn.
Yeah, real J curve, isn't it? You're exactly right.
And that's finished in a really good spot.
So word on the sound was we had sound on the devices, but not on the TVs. so we're back now. So that's
TV
all right.
gremlins on a Sunday.
Yeah, I know, right? Everyone's sitting around enjoying their Sunday morning, wherever you are. In fact, I can tell you we've got a couple of guys from the UK watching here at the moment as well. Snoopy, it's been a while, mate. Good to see you. 2:30 a.m. in England, and they're up watching the bowls. I love the tragics.
Logan's first bowl finished about 1 metre through. His second bowl will be on the shorter side.
Yeah, I'm big on the psychological games at this level especially, and one of the things I did notice is the first two ends were tight. And since then, it's become a bit more scattered as the players relax, the shoulders warm up a bit, and they need to find that rhythm again, and they will. It'll only take a couple of ends, but at the moment, the Leeds battle's still the interesting one to me.
It definitely is. Both Phil Crow and Jody Marshall are putting down some really handy bowls here, and you'll see the seconds and the thirds as they get familiar with the green, tighten it right up.
Oh, Jack.
As Chris has done here, that's a really good bowl. Stays with it, or takes it with him. He's about a foot in front.
I'll see if I can show you what I mean about... Is it Jess? Watch her right leg. Gets in past her left leg as she goes through. I've not seen that. I think my daughter would be the same. She's got skinny legs. She's unbalanced. Oh, fair effort. She'll learn from it.
Finishes Jack high. You'll see an easy correction with the second bowl. Here's Chris. His first bowl trailed the Jack. Change of hands he can hold two with himself just here. If this bowl's as accurate as his first one, I think it is. Holding two. Skip will be happy with that. Jess will make a correction. This one looks good too, Ben.
I reckon. Oh, little cut.
It's a good bowl, bad ball, on non-favourable result.
Yeah, exactly. Just not quite what she was looking for. She's only 2 centimetres further more grass, and she'd have absolutely middled that.
Yep. QRSL holding two. The changeover.
While they're changing over, just give a shout out to West Coast Bowls who have a shop set up here at Queanbeyan RSL Memorial. If you're wanting to come down and have a bit of a lunchtime entertainment, this is a place to be. There's a shop in there. Reese running it very well, and he's absolutely getting swamped in there, by the way, by customers. Some good deals. I bought my daughter a bowls bag yesterday. This one's going to pull in short.
Hopefully at some stage this afternoon, Reese will come out and have a chat with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to hear he was part of a junior clinic at Yass on Friday afternoon. I'm interested to hear his thoughts on how that went. Juniors being one of the big priorities here at the ACT Bowls, and Yass being the heart and soul of junior bowls in the area.
You got some good junior bowlers coming up through your system too. Harvey McAllister's a fairly recent one. Is he aged out now?
It might be just. He's earned his spot as an emerging jackaroo.
Across it goes. Not much in that at all. He wouldn't be happy with that.
Rob won't be short here. He'll certainly get a read off his last bowl. That might be good enough. If it pulls up, it's not going to.
Just a bit runny.
Yep. Still 2.
So just notice your mate and mine, Nick Hind, on the watching as well.
G'day, Nico.
He's a good man, Nick Hind, a former executive officer of Bowls ACT, and is doing a fantastic job at Bowls New South Wales at the moment too. Let's run through.
Chuggy's going to go through again too, so it'll be 2 to QRSL.
Have to wait for the scoreboard. I didn't see the fingers, but I think it's 2. Yep. 9-4 after 5.
9-4 after 5 on feature rink 8 or feature rink 9. Leanne Burt's just about to roll on 8. Their score is 4-3 to Canberra after 4. On rink 10, QRSL lead 5-3 after 5. 15-11 is currently the score to QRSL after 13 ends on the big board. Nice one, Crowie. If your lead could put one there every time, you'd be very happy with it.
Perfect.
Jody Marshall in a similar spot, probably just behind on the opposite side. Bowler's left. Crowie will try and do exactly the same bowl. Skip Rob Craven calling this one in. He likes it. He likes it.
You should.
Bowlers, if your leads are handling that stuff up to you every time, Crowie gives us a little thumbs up. He's happy with his form. You don't need to Skype, mate. It was a good bowl. We all saw it. Concentrate.
That's why I love being here and not outside. The players come up and give us a bit.
Jody's got, I'd say Phil would be holding first and second, but Jody's bowls aren't in bad positions. Good lead bowls. As you said, Benny, the lead battle is always a battle within the battle in a game of bowls.
Mm.
Graham Reid again in a good spot.
Yeah, he put it where he was told to put it.
Logan might play a little bit of weight here, I think. Yeah, well, more than a little bit.
Oh, punched that one out.
Contact with one gone.
I love the sound of bowls cracking into each other. Makes me happy. That's why I use size 5s.
It's good when you're in this position and you can read the head and you can see that that's the play, and you can really see the signal from the skip that he gives the nod, and then the bowler on the mat says, right, let's go. Logan's played weight again. Perfect jack contact.
Well, he's punched that straight through. I'll see if we can find that replay button. Oh, yeah.
Here it is. Skip gave that the okay. And Logan said no problems.
He's jumped it. Oh, I love it. More of that, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't see much yesterday. It wasn't really necessary today. Look at the distance back to the ditch, and there it is. Try to track this bowl all the way through.
Right. Chris is bowling. That jack wouldn't be sitting right on the... Can't see where it's finished up.
So where the marker is there, I think it's right below the number. I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh, no, there. Oh, it didn't go in.
It did. Yeah, well,
oh, bounce back.
It bounced back on.
Yeah, he skittled the jack over those back bowls.
So that bowl that's in the ditch is live. It's a toucher.
I think that last shot's the shot, though.
That would be shot. Jess will be trying to arch one in there. She might just be a touch on the shorter side, is she? No, it'll tuck in.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I thought she was going to get the edge and roll on, but just clunked it a bit too fat.
They are flirting dangerously with the side of the rink there too.
Yeah, is the out of bounds line the dark one, or is it the one on the outside of that?
I think the rink peg is the blue line. We'll call that sideline.
That's it, yeah. So just to the right of that, I'll see if I can show everyone. There's the peg there. So we're about 2 feet inside the peg. I think that one counts. So it's one at the moment at Queanbeyan.
Say one to Queanbeyan. Jess's bowl's blocking a second.
This one's going in the ditch. All right. Interesting times for the skippers. It's a tough shot to draw to the ditch. We do practice that a fair bit at times, and it's a bloody good thing to do.
Funny game, bowls. The rink that you play on is about 3 metres wide, and they're playing in about 6 inches.
So that's what faces him. You can see the jack there just on the left, past his left shoulder. And that's that little spot he's aiming at.
You'll notice that the bowlers are bowling well into the rink beside them.
That's very heavy.
Too much on that one, Rob?
Yeah, almost aiming at the mat.
Yeah.
On that end.
That would nearly be Chucky's line there. This is going to pull up. It's a good line.
Tell you what, that's pretty good. It's hooking a bit now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Not the weight.
That line was really good. With a metre on that, Chucky will steal one here. And Rob needs to pull a metre off his. Bowl on the way. It's wide enough. All it has to do is stop.
Oh, geez, your nerves. He's stopped it beautifully.
That's a really good bowl. Chucky's job becomes that much harder.
It does. He does have to put that metre on. However, if he crosses and he's got 2 to promote, which are pretty tough to promote to get there. He's only 1 down.
He's not playing for that. He's playing just for the draw. I think that's going to cut.
Well, he's hit that one pretty hard.
Hello?
Tell you what.
1 to QRSL. Good end. 10-4 after 6, Ben.
10-4. Good buddy. Queanbeyan just getting away a little bit. Canberra fought their way back after dropping that 6. But dropping it a bit now. 5-4 after 6 on that rink.
Tuggeranong lead Goulburn 16-15 after 15 ends. In the 5s, in the 3s, Canberra lead Western Creek 15-11 after 15. And here in the 1s, Benny, you've got a better view
So
than
we're
I
going to
do.
see I've got 19-12 after 16.
Good first bowl, Crowie.
So the guys behind us talking about wanting to get onto the live stream. Some extra commentators maybe.
Well,
Western Creek, there'd be a party.
you can have a look at the screens. Jody's put this one jack high, a bowl in front, off to bowler's left. Bowler's right, sorry. Phil Crow's bowling really well.
Yeah, he'd be pretty happy with himself. He's had one end that he dropped too short. And
Well, we
that's
know
it.
he's happy with himself because he let us know after
Yeah, he
the
did.
last end that he is happy with himself.
A little bit of hubris. And why not? Look at that.
Good bowls, Crowie. You can remind us of that when you get up here. Jody can bowl right into that. Needed a metre. Graham Reid.
Just a little spike in the number of people watching. Welcome everyone if you're just joining us to Queanbeyan RSL Memorial for the Bowls ACT Grade 1 Pennant Finals. Oh, just swooping past Jack. And you're with Benny Two Shoes and Neil Seaman watching a cracking game of bowls here at the moment. And in the most perfect conditions of bowls you could imagine.
We've been spoilt this weekend, Benny. The flags off to our right are moving, but only just. It won't affect the bowls at all. As Logan O'Shaughnessy puts a great bowl in a really good position behind Jack.
And speaking of those flags, I chat this morning from the greenkeeper. They were contemplating where to put more flagpoles because they keep winning pennants. He said they're running out of room.
Such a problem.
First world problems right
Such
there.
a problem. Crossy, how are you, mate?
That's a very good bowl. Dropping right in behind Jack. It's one of the hardest bowls in the game to beat.
It's a good bowl. Good battle for the seconds here. We mentioned a couple of ends ago that the seconds and the thirds will start to tighten up. They've done that. Good weight again by Logan.
That's very nice delivery. He's bowled to him. Look.
Chris has pushed this one a little wide. I don't think it's going to come back from there.
He does have wide bowls, move. I don't think they're that wide. I'll tell you what, have a look.
Touch heavy. Touch heavy.
Yeah, look where it came back to.
Yeah. Jess Hogan's bowls are a lot tighter. Again, this one's going to be a touch short again. Or cut the head at least. Rob's calling Chris in there just to beat the black line to count with this bowl, which would mean he's probably holding two, or definitely holding two. He's done exactly as his skips asked. What a bowl.
Oh.
That's a really good bowl, Chris.
Little edge was spectacular, but I think it would have made it back almost that far anyway. It just took a bit of speed off.
Yep. Jess is playing a controlled weight.
Well, anything could happen
Contact. Shot. Good bowl, Jess Hogan.
There's one way to get in. Look at that. I'm going to watch that again because I enjoyed it.
I think she would have been playing for that. I mean, there's enough bowls in the head there. If you're playing a weights of what Jess was playing there, any sort of contact, she was down 3.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to make the situation any worse.
Exactly. She gave herself the perfect chance and the perfect weight to do exactly that. That bowl in front, she hit it. She could have promoted it if she hit it square, but it was enough to slow her down and just drop straight onto the jack. So very good shot.
Yep. Rob will be looking to promote Phil Crow's bowl. Interesting part of the game here. As Chucky gets on the mat, he's down 10-4. He certainly won't want to go down any more big scores, which means would be happy with the fact that Jess has got shot. But it's a really good opportunity just to draw to that jack and maybe grab a cheeky second.
Oops, wrong one. Yeah, he's played it nice and gently, nice and gentle. Well, might just be in there for a little protection. It's still going.
Look at this. It's a good spot to finish. It really protects that first bowl.
Starting to see a little bit more finish on this green already.
Yep.
That just kept going.
Yep. Rob will be looking to make contact with Phil Crow's bowl just to the right of Jack there. Bowler's right.
He's underneath, but once again, anything could happen. Bounce across. It's one lonely looking bowl in there for Jess, isn't it?
It is.
It's usable though. It's a wing bowl.
It is. Chucky can use that here. He's in a really good situation because Rob Craven doesn't have another bowl. So all Chucky's got to do is improve on that last bowl. And he could be holding 2.
Just short.
Just short. 1.
Probably a good skipper's bowl at the end, just making the decision not to not to interrupt anything at all. Get the mat back. Go back to their long ends. Yep. Immediately the mat is right the way back, 2 feet in front of the tee.
Yep. You'll see Jody try and land this jack as close to the tee as possible.
Just making sure my scoreboard matches up with theirs, and it doesn't. It's at 11. They're having a chat about it now. No, I was right. 10. Changing it back. Very good.
10-5 after 7 on Rink 8. 7-5 to Canberra Bowling Club after 7. That's on Rink 10. Over on Rink 8. I think that scoreboard needs to be updated, but it's showing 4 all after 5.
Yep, I can check that.
Jody's jack roll finished probably 2 metres in front, 2 metres from the tee, and she's put 1 jack high.
Also next door, they are going pretty slow, so no, that scoreboard is correct.
It is?
Yep.
Okay.
17, 19, 12. The big board hasn't been updated for a while, though.
Crowie needs another metre with his second bowl. And Jody needs to tuck hers in a metre.
Looking at it now.
Good home, Jody. Crowie will get a read from his first bowl. look for that extra metre. Skip's happy. Skip's very happy.
Sorry, Ron. It's moving a bit quicker than expected.
All right, Crowe holding one with the bowl behind. Logan's pink bowl comes in. No contact there.
So sorry, mate, go ahead.
I was going to say Logan's bowl was close to second, but that front bowl of Crowe is probably equally in front.
So just looking, big board says 19 ends 21-16. Scoreboard just did change down there. I'll have a look in a sec. Around the grounds in the threes, it is a close battle. Canberra versus Western Creek, 15 all after 18 ends. And on the other side in the fives is 15 ends. Another close one, 15-16, Tuggeranong up by 1. Ooh, promotion.
Logan has just promoted Crowe's bowl. Crowe would be holding 2 there.
6-4 on 6 on the rink next door.
Graham Reed's second bowl. Again, Rob Craven calls it in. He likes it.
Yeah, sorry, I was just having a laugh at me. I couldn't find my sunglasses. I was stuck under the headset, so I looked like a complete goose. Anyway.
Probably about 2 inches from your eyes,
That's
they
right.
were.
Invisible.
Jess Hogan.
Oh, here we
If
go.
this has got the legs, this is a really good bowl.
Cracker. Little smile on the face as she turned around then too.
As we mentioned a couple of ends ago there, the heads again have really tightened up.
Yeah, they're getting back used to it. The breeze is picking up. I actually haven't looked at the forecast to see if it's meant to get any more, but I don't think so. I can't see over the next few hours it blowing a gale. It's nothing at ground level, though. The corner pegs are dead still.
Yep.
Hanging limp.
So if you look at the head, the way it stands, most of these bowlers are they're a really high caliber bowl. Very rarely will they bowl 2 that aren't right in the head, right in the mix.
Oh, yeah, it's the grade ones. This is the best of the best after a long competition, a long pennant season. And then another final series. Oh, my goodness. Here we go.
Chris.
Oh.
It's in the mix.
Yeah, complex head of bowls there. We can go in and see so we can see the colours a bit better. Maybe it's just my screen, but... as they have a chat.
I like those 2 bowls behind.
Yes, we need our little marker. Yeah, exactly right. Like the 2 bowls to the back on the right.
I'm pointing at the screen where I'm talking about. I apologise for people if you can't see my hands.
I'll get that other camera.
But I'd be bringing a bowl in to land between Jack and Crowe's bowl, which is right Jack high, and then movement back onto those back 2 bowls.
All right. Camera's going to move quick as he delivers. Maybe not.
Let's see how I read Chucky's bowl.
Stayed right out. Definitely played that weight. Bright sunshine. You really see the glare off the bowls, don't you?
Makes it difficult on the screen just to pick out the colours of the bowls. It's a good bowl here by Rob.
Oh, gee, what a shot.
Look at that.
We'll have another look at that finish. Watch this come down. Perfectly weighted.
Really good bowl.
Gave it a little touch and sat. That's magic.
Yep. We might see Chucky play a little bit of weight here. He knows where the jack is, but he can't see it. That's a little bit of weight.
Yep, that's weight. It's going to smack something.
Oh.
Oh, just the one he probably didn't want to hit. A little call just to move Jack back a little bit to those two bowls, as you said. Well covered at the moment.
Yeah.
You see at this level how close they're discussing which angles and things like that. It's a good lesson in head reading. You see it at BPL. I've seen it in many of the top teams will really discuss angles, especially on a head like this. Where's Jack going to go?
Where's Jack going to go? Depending on where it's contacted, and the other part of the story that this brings out is the importance of second, third, and fourth shot. These guys aren't just looking to win a head; they want multiples, twos, threes, fours.
I don't know if he's got much weight. Oh, no, it's making it.
I think subconsciously Rob was quite happy with that.
Yeah, that's right.
His subconscious took over and said, Rob, I'll do this one for you. We'll cut this head. We'll take two.
Yep, so we're on 12-5 after 8.
12-5 after 8 on Rink 9. On Rink 10, QRSL leads 6-4 after 6. Ruthie, is that right? Yep. On Rink 10, it's 7-all after 8 ends. Real match up there. So that makes our big board, Benny.
22 ends, 25 to, I think that says 19. Nope, 16.
25-16 after 22 ends on the big board in the Ones Grand Final here at Queanbeyan RSL Memorial Bowling Club.
Neil just heads off for a quick comfort break. You're with me for now, and I'll change the camera over so you can actually see what's going on. There we are, much better. Actually, there's a bit of a breeze coming at my back at the moment. Like I've said before, we're facing, we're right behind the camera right now, and breeze at my back is not going to make it to ground level because we're actually sitting a good 1.5 to 2 metres above the bowlers here. It's a really nice position to watch bowls, I can tell you now, down here at Queanbeyan RSL Memorial. Get down here if you're watching out there. It's I can't think of a better place to be. So one of the fun parts about this club, I think this is the first place I ever rolled a bowl at a barefoot bowling competitions when I used to live out here. I loved it out here. Unfortunately, my wife not so much, so we ended up on the coast. Oh, here it comes, bump. Been pretty strong with his stick. Looked a bit heavy, I thought. Is he going to rush past the jack? One of the things that I can see, I don't know if it's visible on the screen, there is a bit of a dark patch at the back. I think where the players have been stepping off and on the green, might still be a little damp, so it does slow down at the back. Logan's pink bowl was also going to rush past a bit. One to Queanbeyan so far. Exciting games going on around us. If you can hear the players supporting each other, a lot of Canberra people here, Canberra Bowling Club people. Small club in the heart, a real historical club. That's a place I recommend you go as well. I've actually broadcast from there before, and I loved it. It's one of the friendliest places I've been. So let's see if he can adjust his weight. Doing okay. Well, very similar weight, a little bit more grass. It's actually probably in a slightly better position. And the boys, Queanbeyan lads, just discussing, come on down on your forehand and get to the back, get to those pinks, because there is danger there. Holding the shot at the moment, so they're not too fussed about getting back to the jack. 12-5 on their scoreboard is good for them. Well, these wide turning bowls, they might just get back to the jack. Instead, bump and under. Well, that counts, and that gives them 3 shots now, I'd suggest. Fantastic bowl. Nope. Yep, 3 down is definitely the call. Shots on both hands, I'd suggest. You can see where the skip there is just put his foot down and said, bowl to my toes, please. But there's actually a shot on the other side too. That wing bowl quite usable at this point, but that's going to run into the front and not really change much. And welcome back. I'll turn you up.
Thanks, Benny.
So yeah, they've left it alone a bit there. There's one liney bowl and bowls to bash up.
Looks to be Crowy again, I think. Chris will be looking to get this one in behind his first bowl.
Yeah, discussing getting back to the pink ones, but he nearly drew to the jack with the last one. Yeah, that hasn't helped.
That's going to make that jack really hard to get to for Jess. She's going to come and have a look at the head, I think.
Yeah, I think. Well, I can see a couple of shots there. There's that on the left side of the screen now. There's a shot, and that's usable to bounce back, or a bit of weight under the white one onto the shot bowl, potentially move the jack, or hit that one and sit and stay there as well.
Jess showed on the last end that she's not afraid to bowl a bit of weight. Yeah, so she's liking your call. So that'll be a forehand for Jess.
It's a tough draw. It really is. You've got to either use that bowl or play through.
I don't think this bowl will be short. Benny?
I'd agree. There are 3 shots down. Take your chance and let the skipper clean it up. It's certainly not short, ladies and gentlemen.
Contact with Crowy's bowl. Hits one out.
Still 2 down, I'd suggest. There were three down before, 2 now. And
Rob Craven gets the magic fingers out. He says...
Didn't say anything. One he's saying.
He's saying they're holding one.
So just checking that big board. 24
Yep.
ends, 26-17.
Good. 12-5. Queanbeyan hold a good lead on this rink here. Rob will be looking to draw straight to Jack around Phil's bowl. Or make contact with it. If it rolls one, it might go in. It's come up short. He'll get a read off that because if he puts a metre on his second bowl, he'll know that he can get to that Jack. The Chucky will be looking at that head and saying, I'm going to have to make some contact here somewhere.
You're not wrong. He's got to touch something. There's still that window in the front to Jack, and they've got the best back and those two pink ones down there, waiting for Jack to move through. But I'm not sure. They sort of indicated both options there, so I'm not really sure which way he's going to go. Backhand.
Yeah, this is just going to be a draw.
Nope.
Try and get under Chris's bowl. No, it's going to be short.
Oh, look at that. He got shot out of it, I think.
Hello. That was the other idea that I was thinking that he might do.
Oh, mate, it looked... To me, I'm the same as you. I thought it looked short, but it just kept coming. Wow, what a shot in the end.
Really smart bowl by Chucky. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he did mean that.
Here comes some weight.
Rob will be trying to make contact with Chris's bowl or Chucky's. Oh, he's hit that the wrong way. It'll be Chucky gets a cream bowl. Holding one. Bowl in hand.
And that white bowl moving out from the side there really just opens it up for a dead draw to the Jack.
Exactly. He'll be able to see that Jack.
He's got, 60 centimetres to draw into.
Yeah. If he gets this within almost a 2 feet radius of the Jack, it'll add to it. It'll be a 2.
I thought it looked quick out of his hand, but I've definitely been wrong before. I'm struggling to pick the weight there. No, he's through.
That's through. You see one?
Oh, hang on. Did we get that? No, we got it right. I just saw the wrong person with the Jack. I got a bit excited. No, Canberra picks up a 1.
Yep, and Chucky has called Jody to bring the mat up. So we're going to see a bit of a shorter end. We haven't seen this at all yesterday or today. So it'll be good to see how this goes.
Nine ends, 12-6.
12-6.
That one there, 7 ends, 6-5 still.
All right,
I got that wrong.
That Jack has finished probably wait till that camera changes, but I think that's probably about less than a metre inside from the tee. And the mat is up. So we've probably got about a 23 or 4 yard end.
Of course, the minimum length, I've explained this to people, I'd like to put it up here, is in Australia, under the special Australian rules, the amendment to the laws of the game, our minimum length is 21 metres. Most of the world is 23.
I apologise, I called yards, it is metres.
That's right.
I do that all the time. I'm going to get in trouble.
They're very similar.
Mixing my metrics and my imperials.
They're very similar. I'm sure everyone will forgive you. 25 ends, 26-18 is the score on the big board.
Crowe has again got shot with his first bowl in front of Jody. He's done that quite consistently today.
All right. And now the scoreboard's up to date. I'm going to go on for my comfort break. All yours for a sec, mate.
All right. Thank you very much, Benny. The score is 26-18 on the big board after 25 ends. Lead to Queanbeyan RSL on our rink. QRSL lead 12-6 after 9. Phil Crowe has got shot with his first bowl. Jody's got her second bowl in behind. Crowe will be looking to mirror his first. Looks good to there. Good balls, mate. Holding 2, Logan O'Shaughnessy. Out of the hand, nice. Plenty of room around the jack for him to get to. Really good bowl. There's your shot. Less than I'll go back to Imperials. Less than a foot in front of the jack. Pink bowl hold shot. Graham Reid. Again, nicely out of the arm. On target for contact. Takes the jack with him. Sits nicely behind it. Rob Craven marks the bowl. That's your shot, Chucky, and it's about a metre behind. Thank you for that. Logan will look to sit that. He does. And steals shot. Might nearly be holding a couple there. Definitely one. It's not uncommon with bowls at this level to see lead change during an end 2, 3, 4 times. Yep, shot again. QRSL holding. Quick update on the other scores, or the threes at least. After 24 ends, Canberra lead Western Creek 26-17. Has Jody controlled a weight here? Might be just through a touch. No change. Chris Creeper's been very good today. He's done again. He's done it again. Close. Maybe 2 to QRSL at this stage. See if Chucky can give us any indication. He's calling Jess on a forehand, narrow. Contact there. All right, Chucky's going to have a, he can clean that up. Jess has put her bowl in behind. QRSL may be holding 2. So Chris will draw to the jack. He can see the jack from where he is. Maybe just out of the count, I think. Leaves Gary Chucky Charker with some work to do. He won't want to drop a 2. They're down 12-6 on this rink after 9 ends. Hope you're there, Chucky. Might be a touch short. He'll get a read off that for his second one.
Just looking next door, I see Ruthie running up the green, chasing the bowl down.
Benny's back. I'll just give you a quick update, mate. I think QRSL might be holding a couple. We've seen about 4 lead changes on this end so far. Not uncommon. I think Rob's going to play a backhand and just put one in behind.
Thanks for that. Get the cattle prod out.
You look to tuck this one in behind Logan's pink bowl. Might be contact.
One more roll, that was shot.
Yeah. He might have cut one out with that, so Queanbeyan holding one. It won't change what Chucky wants to do. Chucky will draw straight to that.
Yep, 2 down was the indication there from Jess.
2. As Ruthie over on Rink 8 liked that result.
She's got
Ruthie and I swapped a few text messages last night. We both enjoyed our day yesterday, so it's good to see her on the green today.
Yeah, she was excited this morning, up and about. Was having a good chat while she's
what's
a little
happened
bounce.
Here? Oh, that's going to be close.
That'll be it.
Yep. Chucky's got shot there.
Well, he's got the result. He wanted to go around him, but under it worked.
It doesn't say on the scoreboard how you got it. It just says you got it.
It just says you got it, exactly. So I'll run around. There's another score there. 11-8 to Canberra on Rink 10 after 10 ends.
So we're probably nearing the halfway point in this match. And as what happened yesterday, it's these lead changes all the time. Very rarely do you see a lead of 8 or 9 shots stay consistent throughout the game, particularly at this level. An end of anyone that goes down, up or down, a 2 or 3 or a 4, has a really big impact on that scoreboard. All right, Rob Craven will be trying to draw to Jack. He's only down 1. Let's wait.
29-22 on the big board. 7 shots between them over 3 rinks is not much. He played a fair whack of weight there, actually.
That was
one it was.
He won't be happy with that one.
12-7 after 10.
12-7 after 10.
You're right, halfway mark. So 10 ends completed on all of the rinks, I think. Is that right? No, 8 on that one. They're going a bit slower, but yeah, pretty close to halfway.
Jody's brought the mat up again, so we'll have another shorter end.
Maybe.
Unless splash. The bowls go back, the mat gets picked up. Crow will take this as far back as he wants.
My wonderful uncle, who I play a lot of bowls with now that he's living down with us on the south coast, is my lead usually, and we practice with the jack, and jack links a lot. It's the 3rd bowl for the leads, we call it.
Yep.
It's such an important thing. If you can control the length, you can often control the game. So for all the leads out there, continue to watch your jacks like it's a bowl. I highly recommend that.
Quite often you'll see a skip stand where he wants the lead to put the jack. I always say to my skip, if you're going to do that, you come down and bowl the bowl as well. I'll put it where I'm going to put it. Unless there's a tactic in play, of course.
That's it. So Catherine and Lee Hunt, they're asking if we can have the individual rink scores. They're down in the bottom left, mate. They are up to date. Actually, I've got one more to put on, but they're pretty close.
Yeah, Ruthie's just about to update her rink, and then we'll give you We'll update them on the screen. Phil Crow's done what he's done all day. Put it within a foot. 6 inches even. Bowl Crowy.
Yep. Pete McDermott here saying, have a good day, lads. Yep, we are, mate. Thank you very much. It's brilliant here at the moment. I'm sitting here in just in short sleeves. It's not even cold.
Jody's got a good little bit of shape on this. This will come in nicely. The weight looks good. Jody, good bowl.
Look at that.
That's a nice toucher.
She had three inches to draw into, and she nailed it.
We'll see how Phil Crow replies. Just marks that bowl. The reply is good. Contact with the bowl. So the jack will be visible. It wouldn't have been before that. Or it might just be behind Crowy's front bowl. Chucky just letting Logan know where Jack sits in proximity to that front bowl. This is good. Nicely behind.
All right, so the scores are up to date. 12-7 on this rink after 10, 32-23 after 30 on the master board. Other two rinks after, well, it's 11-10 to Canberra on 11, after 11 after the, on rink 10. And on rink 8 after 9 ends, it's 10-5 to Queanbeyan. And I'm just trying to see if we can see
29-23. Vikings lead Goulburn after 27 ends in the 5s.
And in the 3s, 27 ends, 26-27 to, who's that? Western Creek.
Western Creek.
Up by 1, very close.
Close one there. Leanne Birch holds 2 on rink 8 for QRSL.
Oh, look at this. Roll on. Good effort.
Yep. All right, we're just as Jess walks down for her bowl, Ruth's just about to let one go on rink 8. See what they do. Leanne Birch, her lead, has her holding 2. Ruth has put in a cracker.
Ruthie's white bowl floating down there. You can see it on the right-hand side of the screen.
Look at that.
Oh, very good.
Oh, Ruthie.
Another little backy in there.
Jess puts one in behind Jack.
I'm expecting movement now. It's hard to draw to it. Just a little pause to watch the bowl next door. I do that too a lot.
Yeah, it's at that stage of the match where you sort of give every bowl its just desserts. The time it takes. Chris.
Oh, in that gap, it'd be
Look
brilliant.
at this. Look at this.
Oh, if he cleared that bowl clean, he was through and moving things around and taking the shot. As it stands, there's one little lonely Canberra bowl in the middle, and the rest of it seems to be Queanbeyan.
Yep. Just will play a little bit of weight, trying to get between, contact onto that front bowl. It's just in front of Jack.
Duck
Look
under.
at this.
That bowl will stop up. What a great shot.
Look at that.
High fives all round. Well done, Jess. That's a blinder.
Canberra Cobras holding 2. Yeah.
Good clear instructions.
Skip Rob Craven giving him ample options there. So we'll see a weighted forehand shot. looking for contact.
These balls are swingers. Looks, he might make contact correctly on that one. Not quite.
We'll call that 1 in, 1 out.
Yeah.
They were always hot down 2 going into that bowl. So still down 2.
Gives Canberra a shot down that down the backhand now.
Does. Chucky can use that. He can use either of those bowls against him here to improve this. Down 12-7. I'm sure Chucky will be doing the maths in his head. He'd like a 2 or a 3 here.
Yeah, you're right. They've got to start chasing now. Pressure on a bit. They're 9 shots down on the big board. There's not a huge margin over 3 rinks. And we saw it yesterday, the seesawing nature of a pennant competition, which makes it so good to play. The ultimate team sport.
The weight was really good there by Chucky. He just probably let that one go out of his hand. Not well. And finished up about a metre to the bowler's left. With Rob's 2 bowls, he'll be looking to draw right to Jack.
It's a strong line.
Yeah, that's probably I didn't think he'd play that hand. I thought he'd play the other hand with a draw, particularly with having 2. But that's a good contact. He's opened it, but they're still down 2.
It was a fine effort. He was probably looking for that bowl on the side to promote and sit, and didn't quite get the contact he wanted. Yeah, didn't like you. I didn't see him playing that hand at all. It was and the weight was interesting.
Just talking to Phil Crow here, the master lead, confirming that yes, it's 2 to Canberra at this stage. Chucky plays the same weight, just tucks it in a metre. If it comes out of the hand nicer, Canberra will be holding 3 here. He's going to get across, Benny.
No, he's hung out. I think he's in a decent home for what they just played.
Not a bad spot, because depending on which way Rob decides to play this, if he plays a forehand, he'll be looking to move, and if he gets it narrow and contacts Jack, it'll come back to around where Chucky's last bowl finished. If he play.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So I was just going to point out, he's actually split a cluster of 3 there as well of Queanbeyan bowls. So if Jack had gone out there and sat, it would have been a big score. Not anymore. Oh, heavy.
Heavy and maybe touch wide. Anything can happen here. Bang, bang, 1.
Yeah, lucky kick across to move out 1.
Yeah.
Canberra on the way back. That's a couple of ends in a row. 12-8 after 11.
12-8 after 11.
Next door hasn't changed. That one is exactly the same as well. So I've done on the big board 31 ends. That'll take it to... I'll just wait. I'll confirm that they're doing the math the same as me. And I'll change the camera while we're...
Rest your mind, Benny. Let them do the maths for you.
Yeah, exactly.
31 ends.
Not paid to be a mathematician.
31 ends. QRSL lead 32-24 on the big board.
Just noticing over there, I can see through the windows quite a bit of people in there having their lunch and enjoying the afternoon here at Queanbeyan RSL Memorial Bowling Club.
Jody Marshall. That's a good bowl by Jody. That's a really good bowl. Phil Crow has probably had the edge in the lead contest today, but Jody hasn't bowled poorly by any stretch of the imagination. Phil's just pulled out some crackers. We'll see how he goes here.
It's pretty close. Wants a bit more turn, I think. All the way to the tee.
There's the one behind Crowe. You watch both these leads improve that. Bit of celebration on Rink 8 for the QRSL gang. We've got a 5-point lead on that rink already. Has Jodie improved her first one? Yes. Just sits same bowl.
Just a reminder of what you're watching, everyone. When this pops up, maybe. Good weight.
Touch wide, Crowe, but a good bowl.
So as you're watching the Bowls ACT Grade 1 Pennant Final, we didn't say that, but Grade 1 Pennant Final from Queanbeyan Memorial Bowling Club. And a cracking game of bowls we have on the live stream right now.
Good bowl, Logan. So we'll... this is the Grade 1 game, the game we're following here at the moment. We've got Grade 3 and Grade 5 behind us for those people just tuning in, or if you've tuned in recently. Grades 2, 4, 6 and 7 were completed yesterday. I'll update those scores at the conclusion of this end. This is Graham Reid. Touch heavy. Logan might nearly have shot with his bowl there. Probably not. It's probably second. But if you can just take that little bit off it, improve with this one, he will. Contact there.
Oh, yeah.
Shot. That's how you do it.
A little touch. He's cleaned them both out. He's actually got 2 shots there,
Yeah.
both his pink bowls. That's great. The other thing I get to tell you about is the bloke speaking to you. The noises you hear is that's me, Benny Two Shoes, here with Neil Seaman from Bowls ACT, and absolutely loving what we're doing here.
It's a cracking day. It's been a really good weekend. We couldn't have asked for a better weekend weather-wise. The bowls has been fantastic. It's a really good crowd.
Oh,
And the Tigers won last night, so it's been a really good weekend. We won't talk about the election. Benny, we'll leave that one out.
You can talk about it as much as you want. I'm pretty
Of
happy
course
with
we can. I'm sure you're very happy with the result.
Yeah.
I don't think... Let's not mix bowls and politics.
No,
Let's
definitely not.
Let's
Not playing
mix
the game.
bowls and football.
I'll tell you, I'll give Bowls ACT some credit for putting this weekend on. Having all your grand finals on one weekend at one club is a brilliant concept.
It certainly puts the pressure on the club hosting and Bowls ACT as an organisation, but we've got a really good sort of office with Harvey and Paul and the board sort of lends its support as much as we need to, and it quite often QRSL or Western Creek or Tuggeranong or whoever's hosting does a really good job looking after all the sides, and we end up with a really great result.
Yeah, it's a boost to have this many people at your club as well. It's a weekend of a little bit of financial support as well for the club hosting. We, a couple of hundred people through yesterday, and be fairly similar today. Actually, I'm just looking around. There's a lot of people here. Yes,
it's a similar crowd. They've filtered in. Tuggeranong Vikings have certainly brought their support crew.
They usually do. The red shirts, they're well known. Very obvious in their bright red. Nothing changed after that last white ball went down. This one here, it's still got a long way to finish. And not quite there.
Logan would still be holding 2 with his pink bowls. Chris would be playing a little bit of weight trying to make contact with that. He's going to duck under, I think. Oh, he might have stolen second shot there. Yeah, I think he has. So we'll call it 1 to Canberra at this stage.
Yeah, I think so.
So Canberra have sort of sneaking back on the scoreboard on this rink. They've picked up, is it 2 or 3 ones over the last few ends, Benny?
The last 2 ends have been ones. They've been actually holding multiple at both times, and the skipper's just come through and changed it up with his last bowl. So,
yeah. So when you consider that Canberra went down a 6 on the first end.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. So they're only down 4 now after 11 ends. So it's been a good fight back.
It's not going to turn, I don't think. Right to the back in a catching position. Fair chance this won't be short as well, I'd say.
I don't know what Rob would have in mind here.
I'm going to footy talk around us too.
I really wanted to answer that question there, but I'm just going to let that one go through. All right, let's see what Rob Craven does here. My thinking is weight. Controlled. On the narrower side, he is trying to make contact with that front pink bowl. It'll duck again. But we'll see what the result is.
Hit that 2 square to move and just punched it back. So nothing's really changed. There is in fact, that shot on the backhand now is
yeah, that's second. So Chucky's bowling into a head that he's got 1 shot in.
Tell you what. Oh, not quite the weight.
Not quite the weight, but a good line. Presumably Rob will try and play the same hand, or he might be getting called to change. Mid-rink meeting. Third, Chris Gribbett giving Rob some instructions.
Having a chat. I've got there's a skipper down at St George's Basin where he used to play who hates that. He used to call it the mothers' meeting. Stop having your mothers' meeting. Get on with it.
I think in the Grade 1 Pennants Grand Final, you're sort of entitled to the odd mothers' meeting.
Yeah, truth.
He's pulled it back a bit and he's going to play just a draw shot. I think the fear was that they go down 1, they wouldn't want to go down 2. That would definitely be in the thought. 1 to Canberra. 12-9 or 9-12 after 12 ends.
Creeping back.
If I can see if I can sneak through the crowd here and get a view of the 5 scoreboard. (29-23) to Vikings after 27 ends. 29-23. Jody Marshall's put the jacks right on the tee. Matt is up. We're playing probably 24, 25 metres.
Well, the ratio of scores on that big board haven't changed. There's still, we've got 9 shots in it. Both teams getting scores up. 10-6 after 10 over there.
Canberra just don't seem to be able to bite into this lead, but as we've said before, that can happen in any one end of any rink. A 4, a 5 or a 6, and that lead is cut in half.
I'll update Rink 10 shortly. I've just got a gaggle of players standing at the back of the scoreboard. There it is, 13-11 after 12.
Jody's first bowl is about a foot in front of Jack. She'll improve with this one. Maybe touch it in. Look at that. Yep. Sits nicely behind and shot. Phil Crow.
Yeah, he's having some kind of game, isn't he?
He is. And
Oh, the correction. Look at this.
look at this. You just point to the jack and I'll put it on it, he says. Logan O'Shaughnessy hasn't played too many bad bowls either, so he'll be on this. There is a gap in there. It's good out of the hand. Contact. Well done, Logan.
Goodness me.
Graham Reid, it's a straight draw to jack. It's going to be slightly heavy. I think that one might swim.
Yeah. Forehand shot.
If this swoops in,
Does it look heavy to you?
the weights, I think it's going to pull up. No, it's not.
No.
Where that jack is sitting is probably just over a foot outside the drink. So a short bowl's no good because shot bowl is 6 inches in front of that. This is better. This is better.
Tell you what, weight's pretty... Oh, no, I thought it was going to pull up as well.
It's going to keep going.
That finish...
It might have been better, but the result's similar. All right, let's see if Jess Hogan can pull one up.
Calling for it to hold on. Can you hear the skip up? Bounced and running through. Interesting. So, Jack, I'm just trying to get a view. I'll move the camera down a little bit. There's a good couple of feet from the edge. It's tough to draw to. Canberra holding one.
The problem being, Benny, that a short bowl's no good. With that bowl in front holding shot, you really need to be on jack or behind it. So that's why we've seen 3 of the last 4 bowls going to the ditch. Let's see how Chris goes.
His bowls swing a fair bit, so this could be a lot of things. I get the feeling he might cut under that front bowl. No, it's just going to drop one to it.
Yeah. He'll get a read there. He knows he's only got to put a metre on that and it's in play. In play and probably shot. Let's see if Jess can... There's nothing in the way there for Jess now. This looks...
Needs turn.
Contact to keep it up. Nope.
Once again, line pretty good, damn good. But as you said, trying to make sure you're back.
You've got a foot to pull them up, and once they get there, it's sort of a downhill run that last metre. As I said, Chris needs to put a metre on his last. He's done at least that, and too much.
It's a tough draw. It's a tough one. Jack pretty much unsighted from the mat. You're looking at a bowl to aim at instead of the little white fella, and yeah, tough to get to him.
Let's see how the skips go. See if the skips can pull one up in that last metre. Let's go Chucky Charker.
Well, he does have narrow bowls. We know that.
I like the weight of it. Is it going to stop? No. No.
Another one on the bank. Little line-up happening over here now.
It's a downhill run, that last metre. Once they hit there with any weight, they're going to keep going. See if Rob Craven can pull it up.
has been extremely accurate so far on the draw.
This is close. This is real close.
Oh, geez, look at this. Bounce and across and onto Jack. What a brilliant shot by the skipper.
Jess says you've got about that much room. Chucky, I don't know if that was in front of the camera.
Was, yeah, that's where I saw it. This much space, get to it. Touch in the ditch would be nice. I think he's narrow. Yep. Stratton didn't help either, so...
All right, so Rob Craven gets a cream bowl.
That's it.
Holding 2, do you think? Holding 2. And he's got a metre radius between two bowls to see if he can draw a third.
And there's that little cluster of bowls sitting on the bank there. That's all the ones that will run through, trying to get to that Jack. He's got 2 or 1. I can't see the second one there. Everyone's sitting in front, so that's all right. He's not far away again.
He's done well where...
Needs a touch now, I think. Oh, jeez, what a shot.
What a shot.
Oh, did it drop in? It must have just fallen over. I have to see what they put up on the board because I was a bit unsighted there for what they had.
I think they're saying there was only 1.
Yeah. So the scoreboard there saying after 13 ends, 13-9. Yep, 1 to Queanbeyan.
All right, so we've got 13-9 after 13 ends here on Rink 9. On Rink 8, the score shows 10-8 to QRSL after 11. On Rink 10, the score shows 14-11 after 13. So that gives us on a big board.
37 ends, 37 to 26. 37-26 after 37.
Yep. All right, and if I turn around and look behind me, we've got 5s in the 3 game. Scoreboard in the 5s after 39 ends. As soon as I can clear a view.
There's a lot of people standing
There's a lot of people between me and the scoreboard. $41-33 to Vikings after 39 ends. 41-33. And in the 3s game, 34-30. Canberra over Western Creek after 33 ends, halfway.
Still very close. No.
Crowie says, I'll just put 2 next to the Jack.
Yep. Just a casual day in the office for him at the moment, isn't it? He's playing some kind of game.
Jody's got a good track here.
Oops. There we are, yep. You can see it now, yep.
Good home. Graham Reed's done well here. Skipper Rob gives it a good clap.
Another good head forming here.
Logan will try and be behind Phil's bowls. Nope.
Geez, that got some turn on it too. We haven't really seen that from those pink ones.
He won't be happy with that. He's bowled well all day, and he hasn't bowled short at all. So that's really out of character for Logan. If Graham can get this inside those, I don't know if he can. Contact. Logan stays in his forehand. He just needs another metre of weight, and it'll be a real effective bowl. I don't think his last bowl was certainly not an example of the way he's bowled today. Ooh. This is better.
Yeah. Well, that's how you make up for a bad shot.
That's how he's bowled today.
Yes. That's fantastic.
13-19 down, but Canberra Bowling Club are not going away. If they want to pick this up in ones and twos, that's how they'll do it.
You're not wrong. Well, we had still 9 shots between them. Sorry, 11 shots now on the master board.
Just looking at it, they've snuck away over here on Rink 10. QRSL have got a 20-11 lead, so there's a 9-shot differential, and that's making up a lot of the difference that's on the big board. Oh, great bowl.
It's a big score they must have picked up on that Rink.
I think we must have missed a 5 or a 6 there, Benny.
Yeah, I didn't hear much yelling either. Normally they'd scream and yell.
Yeah.
But,
Jess has got a controlled weight shot here. Bang, bang. Oh, look at that. That's the result.
43.
High fives all around.
Yeah, so definitely a 5 on the Rink next door.
Yep.
Is exactly what happened.
Chris Gribbett's last bowl was pinpoint perfect. And then just come in and moved everything out of the way and said, I want that spot. So let's see if Chris can put his back there. Close. Gonna cut. But it'll...
Oh, slide off the front.
Oh.
So what's that left back? That's the big question I've got there. That's wrong camera. Let's try that one. Because that stayed there. So there's one right back. Here's a bit of a target. Yeah, interesting. The other guy's standing in front of the camera again. Thanks, lads. But it's intense, and that's it. I don't blame him.
Jess is just going to draw to Jack. And then it'll be a case for Rob Craven to see what he can do with that. But that was a good bowl. That was a smart bowl, putting that one in behind, because Rob's going to probably bowl with weight, looking for a jack or bowl situation.
Yeah, it's high IQ bowling there. Absolutely right. So 38 ends. We are past the halfway point. Things getting a bit intense. You can hear the voices coming up from the Cobras asking them to lift. This looks like sneak under those front ones. No, he's hit him.
But it's sat in there behind. That could be effective. I can't see him bowling anything different with his second bowl. Without sort of doing too much preempting, I'd say Chucky will try and put this one in behind.
It's a pretty spectacular looking head, very symmetrical, but those balls weren't there to start with. They've all been punched out.
Yeah.
It's been close. There's one right at the back off camera at the moment. How's his weight? The line's great.
Around that front bowl, is it?
Not
quite.
Nearly enough.
No change is the call. Jackal bowl.
Well, it's swooping, but anything could happen now. Watch this. Oh, Jack's come back to that bowl, to that back bowl I mentioned a second ago.
We were just talking about, Benny. And Jess says we're holding one.
Yeah, how do you get to it? Look at the barriers on both sides. It's like an umbrella.
There's a lot of room between it. You've only got to be jack high in bounds, and I think it'll nearly count. There's 2 metres to the next bowl.
That's it. They're actually having a nice little chat there about which one they think's second.
It might be Logan's bowl, not Logan's pink bowl there, which will give them 2.
Yeah, they're all kind of pointing to it, aren't they?
Chucky's a smart bowler. He'll know that he's only got to put this one in play, jack high. And I'm sure he'd like to pick up a 3.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. That's what I'd be aiming at. Oh, quick.
Making contact? No. Didn't see that one coming.
I don't know what he was aiming at even.
Just looking for an indication of score. Chucky.
What's he moving? $10-13, so it's just the one.
It was 1. 10-13 after 14.
Well, they can do it by ones. And they're creeping back.
I don't know that they're going to have the impact they need on the big board, which is what counts. So at this stage of the game, most of the rinks would be using that as their scoreboard, not their own rink. So the Canberra bowlers will be knowing that they're double figures digit behind on the big board, which means they need 2s, they need 3s.
39 ends down on the big board. Oh, he's moving another one now. It'll be 40 ends. I should be moving it. Sorry, 40 ends, 43-30.
Jodie puts her bowl behind.
Well, that's a 4-shot gain to Canberra there. By the way, just to update you on that big board, it's that's good after dropping that 5. So they're back within 13 now.
Yeah. Crowy's a foot out and a foot to the bowler's right. Jodie Marshall was about 1.5 metres through with her first bowl. Ruthie's put in a couple of crackers over here on Rink 8.
Yeah, I just saw that big smile flash as she came through, actually. Oh, that's the number 1.
There you go, Jode. That's a really good correction. Won't be unlike Phil Crow to steal a shot back, however.
Oh, he's going to need some help. And a naughty word creeps out of his mouth as he did that too.
There are no microphones. It didn't happen. Give me the evidence. Flynn O'Shaughnessy. Logan O'Shaughnessy. Flynn's younger brother.
Wants that to stop. Oh, it's in a great home.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that bowl. That's sort of been the story of this rink, Ben. Chucky and Jess will sit up here and they'll be holding 2s and 3s, and by the time the rink finishes, they may win it, but they're winning it by 1. Just looking at this, they've won 8 ends to 6. That 6 on the first is really haunting them at this stage.
You're
on this rink and in this match. Take that 6 out of it, and there is absolutely nothing in this.
So just some background while they're lining this up. Last time these two final sides met in a grand final was actually in 2021, and Queanbeyan RSL won it by 10. In 2021, as this one's going to hang out wide, I think. Good weight. CBC, Canberra Bowling Club, were undefeated in 2021 in the star side that had Mark Casey, James Reynolds and Flynn O'Shaughnessy. You just mentioned. That's why I remembered I've got all this data. Yeah. Canberra Bowling Club this year have lost 4 players from last year, flag winning side, or last year's flag winning side. Flynn O'Shaughnessy to Queensland Premier League, Sarge to QPL, Rod Trewarn went to Deer Park, and Jamie Smith, who
he's playing up in Queensland, isn't he?
Jamie Smith's actually at Western Creek now. Apparently,
is he?
Yeah. All this provided by a man named Alex, and he was a Falconer himself. Former Platinum players. He's watching on now too as well. So thanks for that, Alex. It's good background and data. 4 years ago, these two teams met, and then 10 shots is not much on after 63 ends.
No change.
I think that's 2. That's definitely 2 there to Canberra, isn't it?
Yep.
Green stickers, yeah. It's definitely 2 now. Might have been a little more than that before.
It would have been. You've got Flynn's pink bowl, which would have been in play.
That's another good home.
Yeah.
Great track.
You've nearly got it. You've got to draw straight to Jack. You can't. Well, I suppose Chris is only behind bowl is his own bowl there.
He's having a good look. He lines up like a golfer. I'll talk about that in a second. I just want to shout out to Renee over there and the staff at Queanbeyan Bowling Club. They go all right here. They've certainly looked after us. When I say he lines up like a golfer, I've got a couple of guys that I've coached a bit down on the coast, and if they play golf, they line up their shot. They stand way behind the mat before they off to the side, and then step into their position very, very precisely. I'm just seeing him do the exact same thing. I don't play golf like that.
I don't even know what that word is.
Anagram of flog.
Ongoing argument at home between the golfers and the bowlers. I have a slight appreciation of both, but I'm a very, very, very ordinary golfer.
Yeah, same. No,
Chucky. No, that's narrow, Chucky. He knows it too. Out of the hand. Good opportunity to try and pick up a 3 there, but holding 2 at the moment. Rob Craven with 2 arrows in his quiver. He hasn't missed much today.
Really does give it a long look as he's crossing back to the head. The game's really slowed down as far as the way the players are going. The intensity's lifting now. We are well past halfway, nearly 2/3 of the way through this game.
Rob's on a good line here. If the weight's right,
Jack.
contact. Oh.
Big analysis, look at it.
Yep. This has been the state of the game, or the rink, all day. It's been Canberra holding multiples, 2s, 3s, and Rob Craven knocking them back to 1s, or stealing a shot himself.
Look at these two teams standing there around the head. Everyone involved, everyone a part of it. The skipper makes his lonely walk back to the mat. And the pressure not really on him. He wants to build, of course.
Yep.
Make a bigger score.
He won't be happy with his first bowl here, so that's better. That's a better shape, Chuggy. That looks better.
I was going to say, he's got a little over a foot. I think is he heavy? Yeah. Okay.
Were they cheering for us there,
That's
Ben?
it. No, I think Queanbeyan RSL just picked up something because, moved Jack through the head
Yep.
by the looks. On the rink next door, and it's very excited players over there. And good on them.
All right, back on our rink, Rob Craven. He's down 2. It's just a draw to Jack.
He's giving it good width.
It's going to cut the head. That's going to. He's not happy with that.
I called that early out of his hand. I thought it went well, but one to RSL was not Canberra. So we may see a change in the head length again. Canberra's actually won the last 4 ends by my count. Or am I wrong?
Did they call that one to
RSL?
One to RSL. We did a good job of calling those, but
Yeah,
didn't we?
Wrong, weren't we? 15, 21, 11. Next door.
Ruth Moore distracted us on her rink. We were. We'll blame Ruth. She's not here.
It's Ruth, it's her. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, 15, 21, 11 on the rink next door. 15, 9 to Queanbeyan RSL.
And 21-11 after 15 on rink 10. I think I had that up to 50 for QRSL. 20, 30, 40, 50.
How many ends? There's 13 ends.
50 to 30, I think.
That'd make sense to me. I'm just about to see. 32 on the Canberra side is what they've just said. On that board, 40. Oh, God. 43-32 after, is that 48?
48.
48-32 after 43. Sneaking away from Canberra here now. They're back out to 16 shots.
I'll leave the discrepancy up to you, mate. I think if you add up the scoreboards in front of us,
it's all over the place, isn't it?
It's not adding up.
14, 16.
I'll call Jody's bowl, and you can do the maths. Above my pay grade.
That's why we have markers or the managers.
Jody's first bowl is right on the jack.
29.
And the second one's in behind. There's your lead.
I've definitely gone with you. I've got 50 here. I don't think that's right. The big board down there is wrong. 19.
When in doubt, trust the players.
Yeah.
They'll the rink scoreboards. I'm trusting them.
I'll put what I think it is.
Yep.
It might just be down an end.
Jody's still holding one. We might be here. There might be different scores on this scoreboard here.
That's right. We get to watch this rink. I'm going off the 3 scoreboards in front of us. Masterboard doesn't agree with me, but that's all right.
All right. Logan will be looking to draw to the bowl. Jody's got right on it. That's a really good result. That's a great result.
Magic bowl. Turn around as he lines up in the threes after 42 ends. Canberra are up 46-38. It's 8 shots between them now. Canberra kicking away a little bit. And I just had a quick view. Yep, 35-43. Tuggeranong up after 42 ends in the fives.
Graham Reed's bowl was an inch from perfect, but sits in not a bad home. I'm almost scared to sort of say what I think it is, Benny, after our last end, but if I had to, I'd be saying that Canberra's holding a couple.
I'm just going to say that people have too many blue-coloured bowls.
Yeah, and it's the glare on this screen. It makes it really hard for us to...
Well, he's punched the...
yeah, that's Crowy's bowl.
Yeah, Crowy's bowl. He's punched it through. Look at disappointment on his face was very distinct. Here we go on out there in YouTube land. Yep. Good to see everyone. Chris Parker there. Cheryl Leafield, you're welcome, mate. And, yeah, please let us know where you're from and who you're supporting. If you're watching on your TV, just keep enjoying it.
Chris has done well with that. I'm not going to call it. I'm just going to say that there's 3 bowls in play. Jess will be just trying to finish in front of Chris's last bowl. Or use it as she does.
As I was saying, the speed of play has really slowed down. Again, the intensity up. Canberra's starting to understand that it's slipping away. 17 shots between them, by my calculation, on the master board. Queanbeyan RSL on Rink 10, well and truly up 21-4. There's 7 shots there. Oh, Jack.
Great bowl, Jess. Jack in the ditch and goes with it.
See what we can see.
Can we see that again?
If I'm quick enough. And I'm probably not.
Got ages.
No, I'm not quick enough. That's right. I didn't get onto it.
We'll put that in our highlights reel later tonight.
Just save, just hold on to it. But yeah, that was a ripper of a shot. Just you can see where Jack's sitting there. Less than a foot from the. What have I done there now? Less than a foot from the marker in the middle.
Rob at the line there. He was probably a couple of metres shy.
I'd love to see what. So it's only 1, is it, at the moment to Canberra?
I think so. Or is that Jess's other bowl there? It might be 2. It might be 2. I think that's Jess's other bowl there, down the black line.
Just trying to see what this. Oh, that one there.
Yep, that one there.
The sticker is. Yep, Canberra. So it's a Canberra bowl.
All right, so we will safely say they're 2 at the moment, but we did say that on the last end and we're totally wrong.
I don't think there's any wing bowls. I think that's it.
If that stays up, it's 3.
Oh, get out of it.
Well done, mate.
He's hanging over the edge. He sticks his tongue out.
Tell everyone to move away. Don't step too close to it. Can you?
I'm trying to zoom in and have a squeeze it.
That's how close it is.
That's where Jess's bowl is too. So he's
right
on top of it. Oh, plays just quickly in the way.
Going to be outside.
Can't actually see where did that go.
Okay, so I think it'd be 2.
Oh, that's it there, right? Yep, my apologies. I didn't get to see that because of the player just standing quietly in the way, but he doesn't want to touch his own.
Does 2 become 3? It does.
Oh, I reckon it does. Maybe.
3.
Wowee, that's a big score to Canberra. Comeback is on.
13-14 after 16. We'll just wait. Rob will update that for us. 13-14 after 16.
15-9-13. That hasn't changed, and next door hasn't changed yet either, so that's good news. And we'll see if the math is right on the big board after this.
So with 5 ends to go, Canberra needs a few more of those Twos and threes.
Yep. No worries. So Neil's just going to duck off for a sec. We have 45 ends down. 50-36 is the score. So they have done their update. And Canberra's gone, well, the mat's probably halfway up the line. Jack right back on the tee, and that's a strong start once again. Jody Marshall having a pretty damn good game, actually. Just getting just a little bit beaten by Crowe, I'd say, but I wouldn't be upset if I was the skipper. Yeah, there's Crowe just doing what Crowe has been doing all game. $50-36. A ripper of a day here at Queanbeyan RSL Memorial. And once again, I'll give a shout out to one of the big sponsors of Bowls ACT. And that is our mates at WCB West Coast Bowls. They're in here with a shop. So if you're in the area and you're in Canberra, nothing's more than 20 minutes away in Canberra, surely, especially on a Sunday. Come down and have a look at the shop. Come watch the end of this brilliant game. I can tell you now, the smell of the food coming out of the club is pretty good as well. Yeah, that's very nice as well. Crowe's had a ripper. Jody's got two in really good catching positions. Crowe with the advantage once again. This looks all right. Wants a little bit of Jack. Oh, he did get a little bit, just not quite enough. Backhand with the stick. It's around, it's a little weighty, I think. Pumps it through the gap and in the drink, and he's in the hole. Didn't really change much, actually. Just kind of separated those two balls at the back, but that won't worry anyone. Oh, this is quick. A little overcorrection, I'd say. Yep, had the turn to do it, but just threw it too hard. At that point, physics takes over. Inertia doesn't allow it to gravity to take hold and turn the bowl. Oh, what a track we're at. Well done, Queanbeyan RSL Memorial Bowling Club. This is a beautiful green, as good as I reckon I've seen. Sit. Ooh. So a mixed bag of catches at the back. Queanbeyan RSL probably holding two. Yeah. Canberra's kicked away a little more over in the threes. 46 ends, 51-43. Still very close. Tuggeranong against Western Creek. 45-40 after 46. Tuggeranong up. Yeah, a little mixed bag at the back, but Crowe just has put two bowls there and no one's been able to move him, mate. Welcome back.
Thanks, mate. Crowe has definitely bowled out of his skin today.
Yeah, he's up and about, isn't he? He's great. Yep, doesn't quite count is the call.
Chucky calls Jess on a forehand. What's happening? We let that one go through the keeper again?
Yeah,
Yep.
We'll leave it alone. Yeah, forehand shot.
Jess can get...
Track's beautiful.
Look at this. Look at this. shot.
Not missing that replay, ladies and gentlemen. That's a beautiful draw, and no one else could get there. Just could. Look at this. Straight just underneath that white ball.
Played
all
that
the way to Jack.
Played to perfection. Skip's dream.
Skipper's dream, exactly right.
Let's see if Chris can mirror it. It's a similar one. It might be a touch heavy. All right.
Did stop, did it?
It did stop, yep.
So just
It rested on Jess's bowl. Jess's other bowl is behind it.
just
Can you pan back there?
tilt down a little bit. I think I'm on the, I'm holding it on camera. There we are. That's probably better. So you can
Yeah.
see there's 3 at the back there as well.
Chucky will be looking to follow Jess's line and be just inside that white bowl. He might be touched short. What did I call that early? Yes. That's 2. That's 2. Great bowl.
Good shooting.
I just had a quick chat to Chucky. I said, more ends like the last one, mate. And they're currently holding 2.
Skipper makes his slow way back to the mat. A lot on his mind. He's holding 2. He's
He
dropped
does
a few
have
ends.
there are bowls behind, so I know what Rob will probably be playing a controlled weight shot here, trying to make contact with that front bowl of Jess's and play it back to Phil's bowl.
And we'll tell you that once this goes through, bump. Oh, didn't quite get the angle he wanted.
He's got another one. He won't change his plan.
I can tell you that for the first time this weekend, the breeze is actually hitting the green at ground level down there.
It is the flags off to our right, the bowler's left. We can actually make out the year where they won those pennants. We haven't been able to yet.
That's it. They've been hanging dead.
A few
the whole time.
2024s there. All right. Chucky will try and mirror his last bowl without creating a bigger target than that's there at the moment. The track's good.
Oh, it's very quick.
It's quicker. Too quick. He won't be happy with that.
Oh, yeah, he's not counting. He's in the ditch. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, that's the call. We're down 2. We've got 1 bowl in play. Contact on Jess's bowl will bring the jack back to Phil Crow's bowl. In a perfect world. In an unperfect world, they're already down 2. Away.
He's
wide.
Yep. 2 to Canberra. 2 to the
2 to
Cobras.
Canberra. And would you believe they hit the lead?
It's been slow. They've crept up to that, haven't they? It's
15-14 after 17 ends to my count.
I agree with you. Next door, 21. Sorry, on Rink 10, 21-15 after 17.
So that's narrowed as well.
Yeah. What's down there, mate, and what's on Rink 8?
It seems to be QRSL 17-9, so QRSL have got away on this one now, on Ruthie's rink.
And I'll see if that conforms with that. 47 ends, 52-36. So I don't think that's right.
52-39 is my count.
Yep.
$52.39, 13 shots. Plenty of ends to get them, but they just don't want to go down too many.
Perfect.
Happy with the scoreboard?
happy that my scoreboard reflects what's out there and on the field. It's working. That's good news.
All right. Would you believe that Phil Crow has put his within 6 inches of Jack?
Yeah, I would. I definitely believe that after watching him today. All right, my turn for a quick comforter.
All right. Jodie's first bowl was a touch behind. She'll look to be in and around where Phil landed his first. She's done that. Just a touch short. Phil will change hands. Rob Craven clapping it in. He likes it. He likes it. And what's not to like? He's bowled well all day, Phil Crow. So is this guy. Flynn takes one of them out. Graham Reid playing a backhand bowl with the out of the stick. If the weight's there, it's good. He'll be holding 2. Flynn played weight on his first and moved one of Phil Crow's bowls. It's a difficult thing to do, to play weight on your first bowl and then a good draw on your second, but he's done exactly that with perfection. Well done, Flynn. Toucher on Jack, holding shot after moving one with his first. Really good bowls, mate. Graham's chasing him. He's going to go just through. Doesn't miss by much. He said Canberra Bowling Club have taken the lead on this rink, 15-14 after 17 ends. Queanbeyan RSL happy with what's happening over there on 8. Brad Thomas, the skip, comes up and looks at the head. Jess is away here. She'll put one close to Flynn's bowl. Touch short, but probably just out of the count. One to Canberra. As Chris found the gap, touch heavy. Jess will either be looking to promote her last bowl or be in behind it. She might have put that one just a bit wide. Or has she? Comes in nicely. It's behind Phil Crow's bowl, so there would still be one. One to Canberra. Chris might target Jack here. He does. And bang. Dead end. We'll play that one again. Great bowl, Chris. Bowls are coming back. We'll play it again. Skip's choice in that instance as to which way they play it.
Dead one.
Dead one. As Benny rejoins.
A dead one. First one we've seen.
It is. Chris Grevitt bowled an absolute cracker. Called by his skip. Said no dramas, I can get rid of that.
And the bowlers have chosen to
They've moved
this end.
Moved them this way. I was just saying in that instance, skips get the call which end they bowl from. Depending where the bowls are at, sometimes the skips will just say, "Oh, I don't want to move. Just throw them back down there. Go again." After 49 ends in the threes, Canberra lead 54 to Western Creek 44. In the fives, it's tight. Vikings lead 45-40.
Yeah, lots
after
of noise.
46.
Lots of noise coming from that direction. Long hand.
Jody's got a good shape here. Just behind. See if Crowe can continue his really good form. He's just pulled off the mat as that Rink next door. Brad Thomas just completes his bowl.
And that Rink just updating their scores now.
Would you believe Crowe takes shot? He's been there all day.
All day.
You could nearly, after one bowl, you could just plonk his down there about a foot behind Jack. Every end. He's bowled well.
Yeah, player of the day for mine on this Rink.
Certainly. Mind you, Flynn O'Shaughnessy, Chris Griebert, Graham Reid, they've all had their turns, but Crowe's done it every time.
All right, so scoreboards reflect what is out there at the moment. Big board after 48 ends, 55-39, 16 shots between the two teams, and 15 ends to go. I've seen teams come back from worse. That's in the hole.
Crowe, what have you done, mate?
There's that commentator's curse right there.
Yeah. I was just giving you the biggest compliment. I've just absolutely wrapped you, and you've gone and done that. Get down there and concentrate.
Crowe's dead in front of us.
Okay, mate. Good man, Phil Crowe. Graham Reid cuts the head slightly short. At this stage, on this Rink, Queanbeyan probably wouldn't be looking too much about their own score. They'd be looking at that big board and seeing a healthy lead. When the number of bowls that you're in front's higher than the number of ends to go, it's a good situation to be in. So they'd just be looking to get them. It's bowls fundamentals. You just big rock, little rock. They certainly wouldn't be concerned too much about not being right on Jack. All they're trying to do is prevent multiples.
It's interesting to say that there was a bit of a theory on that from my mate Andrew Lynn. He says 2.5 shots an end is too far. Once it's that, it's done.
2.5 shots an end. I'll take that.
What's Crowe doing? What a good chat down there about where to go. There's bowls scattered everywhere down there at the moment. Those two short ones will be in the eye of the players. They're missable completely. They're not. I wouldn't say they're in the way at all, but Yep, that's where he's playing down through him, into traffic.
Stays up, great bowl.
Ooh.
Best way to prevent large multiples is to make sure you're between the jack and the ditch at this stage.
I've seen teams become very defensive at this point when they're up like this. Queanbeyan RSL really not doing that. Still drawing into the jack, still getting there and trying to win each end, which is great to see.
So I guess to a certain extent there is a pride part of it. You don't want your rink to be the rink that loses. QRSL well up on the other two rinks and one behind on this one. So they certainly, in the locker rooms tonight and in the bar tonight, they certainly wouldn't want to be the rink that went down.
There's a big Tuggeranong crowd here, mate. I'm just looking at
all the red shirts.
It's great to see.
I think the crowd would be on par with yesterday.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, there isn't too many spare seats. A lot of red and a lot of Goulburn over there in the fives match. Bobby Seaman there looking overly interested.
Fun. Oh, put up short.
Canberra up 54-47 in the threes after 51 ends, so still 12 ends to play there. That one's very open. 50-44 after 53 ends in the fives, so again, anyone can win these two games. Rob Craven. He's played that wide, Ben.
Yeah, it's out a long way. He's creeping back, but look, not a terrible shot in the end. You'd say those lines are almost exactly 1 metre. No, maybe a bit less. So he's 70 centimetres across and just behind Jack. I don't think it counts, but
800 mil.
800 mil.
800 mil. There you go. That's really mixing up my metrics and my imperials.
Guys all standing right in front of the camera there, so I can't quite see what's going on. I'll see if I've got a better view of the other thing.
Bring out the cattle prodder.
That's it.
QRSL get a good one over on 10. Rob Craven almost is going to concede one here, I think.
Oh, there's 2.
3. They were all counters.
And a measure for the 4th.
Measure for 4. I think I saw 3.
Yes, 3 came out. 3 it is.
3, Rob.
Oh, that puts him back ahead.
All right.
17-15 on 18.
17-15 on 18. 3 ends to play. QRSL lead by 2 on this rink. They lead on all 3 rinks. Well up on the big board.
That one's just changing over now. 25-15 after 19. They've actually really crept out on that one. That's another one that's jumped.
Just in the last 5 ends, Ben. It's gone from anyone's game to QRSL really putting the foot on the throat at this stage.
Yeah, they're finishing beautifully. They'd be very, very satisfied with what's going on at the moment on that scoreboard across all three rinks. We are on the closest rink by a fair way. The other two rinks doing very, very well. So 52 ends, 51-39.
Interesting here on our rink, Canberra have actually won 10 of the 18 ends. However, 6 of them have been singles, whereas QRSL did go down that big multiple to start, a 6 and a 3 just then. Those ends haunt you. This is something we haven't seen much of today.
Oh, Crowy being close.
Crowy being close. Twice.
Oh, he's Jack Eye again and in a good spot. So 11 ends total left. A long way back for Canberra. Does that make sense? 52, 11. Yeah, that makes sense. They're either going there.
Yeah, they've got one to put up. Jody, great bowl. There you go, Crowy. Why can't you do more like that?
He's had a shocker compared to that.
Jody has bowled well.
Yeah.
She's done nothing wrong. It's just that Crowy's been there every time.
Amazingly consistent.
Yeah.
Watch the turn.
Any contact? Hits the downhill run.
Flush. So these pink bowls have generally been there as well. He's had a couple of disappointing shots he was disappointed with, but they've generally been well and truly there.
$19.11 after 16 here on 8, mate. 19.11 up to 16. Canberra getting a couple there.
Oops, that's the wrong one. That's why. Yeah, I saw Brad Thomas's last bowl on that one. He was disappointed he didn't build it. He had a bowl to move for a big total and just missed.
Pretty much the story of their day.
Mm. Oh.
Well,
Number 1. Well, he's got the result.
Yep.
It's 1 to Queanbeyan RSL now.
Weighted shot favouring Jody's bowl there on bowler's left. It's close. It's going to cut. Contact with his own bowl.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll work. That'll work. That
Puts him in a good catching position anyway for any light touch. There's nothing back behind the two Canberra bowls there. It's an interesting thing. If Jack moves back to the tee into the ditch, then those two Canberra bowls really count. And Jack is definitely movable.
I was just saying there before, Ben, across all 3 rinks that we've covered, Canberra have not bowled badly at all. It's just that Queanbeyan have really taken advantage of their multiples, and they've conceded very little.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. You hit the nail directly on the head there. Waiting for this to see what happens with the flop. Still 1, I'd say, to Queanbeyan.
Still 1 to Queanbeyan.
Well, it looks, but yeah, you're exactly right. The camera's been there and close, and when they're getting scores, they're getting 1s.
Yep.
And the other way around for Queanbeyan, they're getting close, and when they're getting scores, they're getting multiples.
Yep.
There's a 6 conceded on this rink, a 5 next door that we saw. Oh, just missed. Oh, no, he hit, actually.
That's changed it.
1.
1 to Canberra. That Jack moved probably about 8 mil in the metric system, and that was enough to change it.
Oh, he's looking for contact. It's obviously not a draw shot, but bounces off Crowe. And like I said, Canberra's still got those 2 back, best back. Holding ones aren't going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time to get aggressive. Cheshire going to be looking to move those 2 Queanbeyan bowls and Jack preferably. Look at this.
Yeah, there goes Jack back.
Done it.
And that's what I was talking about. Holding 3, maybe more.
Well,
is that light blue? That count. Her other one counts. So the one that's in the head there counts. Sorry,
I don't want to preempt it because I've got it wrong before, but I think they're holding 5.
That'd be a turnaround.
Mind you, there is a metre around Jack and a clear path, and Rob Craven has the bowl.
Is he there? Oh, yeah, it's running.
Yeah, he's there. He is exactly there.
Wow.
6-shot turnaround.
Well done, skipper.
Down 5, holding 1. High fives all round. That's how Queanbeyan's bowled all day. Makes it very difficult to win a game of bowls when
There's not even a way to clear that out and keep that 5 back. Everything's in front. He's going to have to cut very closely around those front 2 bowls to move into the Jack as it is, let alone get to that bowl and shift it. Goodness me.
Chucky's a smart bowler. He'd be looking. He knows that he needs a big score here, and he knows he had 5, so he'd be looking to restore that. But it's just I don't see the path. I do, but it's not safe. He's going to try it. He's going to try and hit Crowe's bowl through.
I'll give it a clunk.
He's done it. Oh, he's done it.
Oh, nailed that shot. What a bowl.
I saw that path, Benny, but I wasn't going to call it because I thought, he won't do that.
Let's watch this again. That's exactly what you said. He played outside the line as quick as he wanted. He chose his weight really well, hit that hard, and smacked the shot bowl out for 5. What a blinder.
Problem is, Rob Craven's got another one, and he'll do exactly the same thing. Attempt.
Oh, yeah, he's stopping now. There's players walking down the rink.
Leanne Birch just on the rink next door, just providing a little running commentary on her own rink. So Rob Craven well within his rights to pull back there.
You'd still back him in. You're right, though. The way he's played all day. Big swinging bowl. It's got a lot of. There is still a lot of room to draw in. Oh, here we go. This touch will be important. And he has. He's done it.
He's done it.
That's a hell of a target there. Two turnarounds. 2 six shots.
So
three
we'll call
6
it,
shots in a
if
row.
we call it, if we're looking from a Queanbeyan RSL perspective, they were 5 down, then they were 1 up. Then they were 5 down, now they're 1 up again.
What an end.
So Chucky will, knowing the score the way it is, he will again be looking to move Rob's bowl. I'm just looking between the plays to see how it can happen. Crowe. Crowe, get out of the road.
Crowe.
Phil Crowe standing right in front of the camera.
Sorry, guys.
How can you always be in the road? Pothole?
Pothole. So next door on Rink 10, just as this bowl's about to come down, they're on the last end. There's 11 shots between them. Here comes the heavy shot.
Yep.
through that little gap. Oh, jeez, it was close.
Unlucky. Unlucky bowl, Chucky. Unlucky bowl, Canberra. But that's been the story of the day. QRSL 1, 18-15 after 19, up and back.
(18-15). This is definitely the closest Rink after 19. As I was saying, next door 20 ends. They're on the last one. There's 11 shots between them. So Queanbeyan RSL will win that Rink no matter what the score here goes. There's not enough bowls to make that up. And I'll look down next door. Next door is the slower Rink. They're on 16 ends apparently. 55 ends down, 63-41.
Crowy's first bowl. Metre wide, metre back. Jody's probably played a bit heavy there.
It stayed on. Just flopped down right near the ditch. Things heating up behind us too. 55 ends down in the threes. Canberra up by 8 shots, 58-50. And I have absolutely no view of that one.
They're just updating the scoreboard now, Benny, so I'll see if I can line myself up.
Crowy's done all right there. Both bowls in good catching positions. Probably not as close as he's been used to all game.
48-55 after 58 ends.
7 shots in it. 5 ends to go.
Vikings in front of Goulburn.
Oh, look at this. It's a little heavy again, but it's good enough for shot.
Shot, Jody. Well bowled. Only the skips to bowl over on Rink 10. Henry Lawson and Joel McGuinness got their final bowls of the pennant season.
Interesting that
both those men will feature fairly heavily in the rep season.
Don't doubt that. Selectors all here watching. You mentioned a couple yesterday, or at least one yesterday anyway, but the... oh, your one, Neil. There you go.
Well, so, and that's one of the reasons I get on so well with Crowy. Crowy and myself and Chucky are the 3 selectors for the Open.
Nice.
So it's good to be here and witness the quality bowls we've seen out of the top 2 pennant sides in the top grade. And it was good to see so many form bowlers in the 2s yesterday.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was fantastic. Took me a while to wind down from that one. Actually, I got a bit excited. But this is Canberra's holding 2 here, and maybe 3 after this too.
Flynn's bowled well today.
Yeah.
Starting next week here at Queanbeyan RSL, we have the state singles. Sectional play starts next Saturday, so a lot of these bowlers will feature in that. Chris Griever. Chris has bowled well today too, Benny.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk him up too much, but yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to give him the curse too. I might have talked him into that one.
He hasn't quite got the shot.
He hasn't quite got shot, but it was a good bowl.
Well, he's cut 2 out, so that's... All right, the end of the game next door. I'll just wait to see if they let us know what on. Oh, they're actually zeroising the... Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, we're just getting an update here so that the score will be reflected on the after 21 ends.
Oh, they got a 4 by the looks of it. At least, yep, a 4. 30-15.
30-15 after 21 to QRSL.
That's a big score on the last end as well.
Yeah.
That's probably the killer blow in fact.
One of a few killer blows that's been handed today.
67-42 after 57. So 6 ends remaining in the entirety of the game. 19, 12, 17 next door as well. I can update that one.
It's probably safe to say that it's out of the reach of Canberra at this stage. And it's probably fair to say that that's got absolutely nothing to do with the quality of their bowls. Queanbeyan have just had their foot on the throat from the very first end when they took a 6, and they haven't relinquished anything.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think that's the name of it here. Queanbeyan have just, played 10%, just 10% better, you'd say. And that 10% over 63 ends up in a score like we're looking at the moment. It's just been remarkable.
Yep.
So celebrations probably you'd anticipate after 6 ends and 20-odd shots. Well, we've got 25 shots to get. Yeah.
I think we'll start seeing a little bit of celebration.
I'll do the Anthony Green and
once these next couple of bowls happen. Oof, Rob's just gone through there. So Flynn would still be holding 1.
$61.50. Canberra's just kicking away a little bit over there in the threes after 57. And I can see 59 ends, so 4 ends to go. It is 48-56. So Tuggeranong up there by 8 shots still. It's been about 8 shots there every time I've turned around.
So it looks like all the matches will finish at around about the same time, so we'll be able to finish up and give you a nice big recap on how things go.
Exactly. We won't go off the air until everyone's finished. We'll let you know exactly what's going on. Still no real rush here. The skipper's heading down the end each bowl and having a look.
Crowd certainly hasn't diminished at all.
It's not.
Queanbeyan RSL would have had a good weekend. Ruthie away here on Rink 8. How's she gone? Does she like it?
Well, she's been pretty happy with the game so far, Ruthie, I think so. She's not chasing this one, though. No, it's gone to the ditch. Oh, that one's hung all the way out.
2 safe back bowls, Ruthie. We'll call it 2 safe back bowls.
So, Canberra's got probably... can't see the skipper's bowl at the back. What have we got? What would you say? Probably 3 seconds? No, none, in fact, anymore.
No, Rob Craven's bowl's second.
Yep. So I was just trying to count ways to make big scores. I can't see it, though.
Chuck, you'll know that he'll draw here.
Yeah, plan to arrive, I think.
Contact.
Nothing.
Just bowls through.
Missed everything.
He's had an unlucky day on the green. After 19, after 20.
Yep.
16, 18.
2 shots between it. It's been a close. That kind of reflects what's been going on. It's a very close game, this one. We'll see what happens next door, but the certainly 15 shots between them on Rink 10 is one of the big differences.
It's going to be hard to bridge that.
Yeah. 58 ends down, 67-43.
One of Queanbeyan's finest.
And in my club, we have the the Husky Speedway, the road out the front. People tend to gun down there every day.
Well bowled, Jody. Just behind. Crowe approaches. Have a look at this.
Jeez.
There is your bowler of the day.
Clearly.
Skip Rob Craven, his job has been made so much easier because he knows full well every end that his leader bowls have been close.
There might be another rep for you, mate, because if he's going off this game, that's I'd kill to have a lead that could just do that for 21 ends. Oh, by the reply, it fell down.
I think it'll probably still be Crowe.
Did we say this is the last end? It is.
It is.
And he's just, well, that one's within a metre as well. So that's Crowe's last two bowls of the game and of the pennant season. And he'll be he deserves to be very, very proud of the way he played today.
I'm sure his skip will be very impressed with the way he's performed, as will his whole club.
Good track, just short.
All right, Graham Reid, his last two bowls of the pennant season.
We'll say, as you said, there's two shots between them on this rink. They'd love to come away with at least one rink.
This is a pride thing now.
Correct. Six shots between them on the rink that's going to finish last.
This is going to be. Look at this. All right, QRSL are holding a very safe 2 there at the moment, and Jody Marshall has 3rd and 4th, but there is a channel through to take Jack back. And has Flynn got this?
He's close.
He has.
Oh. He found a gap where there wasn't one.
That's his day. That's his day.
He had to move a bowl to get through there.
The easy thing to do, Flynn, would have just been hit the jack, but you did it the hard way.
This will be a nice safe catch-up.
Yeah, if that sits on Jody's bowl. Yeah.
Tucking along, cheering and yelling over here. That's the noise you hear as the red shirts all yelling. Just going to clunk the front. We've just got weight to carry through.
56.50 after 61. Tuggeranong lead Goulburn.
2 ends to go. He said he's aiming at the pink, is he? Yep. Bump. He's in another little catcher, but
there's 2 little catches there, but if the jack moves, it's not going to move that way.
I completely agree. In fact, this is pretty close. If it holds, needs to hold. I think she's going to duck under.
It's going to duck under. That just creates a bigger catching pan.
She didn't want to get that. She's actually lucky to get the back cut because that's the only way Jack's going back.
Yeah.
Back to the Queanbeyan bowls.
And that's where Chris has put this bowl, just knowing that that's a catching pan that they need to be in as well. It'll be right in line.
So that's interesting. Behind us, one of the rinks back here finished 35-13 to Canberra. Still pretty close.
35-13. That's a match winner.
Mm.
All right, Chucky and Rob Craven have got 2 bowls left on this rink. It's 16-18. There's 2 shots of difference. QRSL in front.
And
Queanbeyan would be holding 2. But there is an opportunity, there is a play that Chucky can be 3 up after this bowl. You can see that, Benny?
I can see it, and that's what I'd be playing for myself. It's just only a couple of feet through. Jack will move far enough. And that's exactly what he's playing for down that side. He's got pretty decent
a good line.
track. Needs a little more hook.
Bend.
It's a good sider. Oh, that bowl going there.
That's changed things. That white bowl is right in line with where Chucky would have wanted that jack to end up.
So now he needs to hit the jack and go off through with it to get 3 to win. And, 3 for the win. He can kick it back a long way for the draw. For a tie.
Would be quite a fitting end, actually.
Yeah, I reckon. Yep. After starting off, as
Chucky,
we said, with the
we
6.
need a draw. Just for the commentators to feel better. Rob's playing draw weight, just trying to get to Jack. And totally remove that shot from... Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
That's a masterclass, ladies and gentlemen. That's the game.
That's how it's done. He has bowled out of his skin today.
We'll just watch the end of this again, just on the screen. He's put that out in a beautiful shape and through, and just touched Jack across, still holding a couple there, and has made it very, very difficult for the Canberra skip to push Jack through enough to draw it up. Man, that's what he's going to attempt.
Jack's his target. If Jack's in the ditch, he'll get his 3.
He's given it some width. It's pretty close. Not going to get to see it. Jack stayed still.
1 to Queanbeyan, I think. Currently, Jodie would have second shot with her bowl behind.
You'd assume so. Would you play it? You look at the big board and go, It's 20-odd shots between them.
You play it.
Yeah, you play it.
It's as
and
if he plays this on the forehand, it's a dead draw. There's no danger.
There's no danger. No risk.
As particularly the way he's been bowling.
He's put some weight on. Wants Jodie's bowl.
Players shake hands.
Yep. 1 to Queanbeyan, and that is the game, ladies and gentlemen, on this rink. 19-16. 3 shots between them on this rink. Scoreboard doesn't really reflect that because of the games around it, but geez, haven't we seen a great contest here, mate?
Really great contest. Well done, guys. Just as the players all shake hands. Happy with that. Queanbeyan have got another title.
Now I'll just see if I can get across here. Where's the head?
We'll see if we can, how far we can move this camera across. We do have 2 ends to go as Will Penny just puts his bowl down on Rink 8.
Yep, we'll stay here to the end. Like I said, we want to...
Again, this one's really tight. It's 17-19. Queanbeyan RSL in front.
Geez, yeah, Canberra's scored a couple of big ends. The last update I had 2 ends ago was 19-12. So 17 is 5 shots in the last 2 ends. And 2 ends to go. Like I said, I'll give you as good a view as possible. I don't expect it to be great, but we're hanging around because I want to give you the scores of the other ones as well. 51-56 after 62. Final end, 5 ends between it. Tuggeranong Vikings are up.
56-51 on the final end there, yep.
And 10 shots between them with 2 ends to go in the 3. So you'd assume Canberra's going to get that one. They'll walk away with a pennant, their club, and they'll hang it with pride. Disappointment from this one, of course. So without knowing whose bowls they are, that looks like a Canberra sticker.
Yep.
Holding shot.
And Will Penny's bowl would be second, I think, from this angle. So there might be a couple. However, Ruthie says, I'll take second shot. Thank you very much.
That's mine. Thank you.
Great bowl, Ruth.
Yeah, that ring 10 was a killer. They just kept moving that score along, and it kind of crept up on us. I don't think they did score a 5 in the middle there that we saw, but 15 shots up, that really just almost came out of nowhere.
Yeah. This is Joel Dorset. Looking very difficult to see with players in front of me.
Yeah, we'll try that.
Not really in a position to tell them to...
Well, there we go. So I'll keep switching between these two views and we should get a pretty good coverage out of it.
So Canberra are holding one with that front bowl. Ruth's the white bowl behind it. In second. As Ruth trots up the green. Give us a wave, Ruthie.
Oh, she's focused now.
Oh, yeah.
She's had a smile on her face the whole time. She's, I think, suddenly realising
I think she's seen the scoreboard and...
I can feel the breeze on my neck behind me now, and it's funny because I was about to say the breeze is really picking up, but it's not. It's as light as anything.
It's just got a little bit of a snow-capped nip about it.
Yeah, a little bit of a sting, yeah. That didn't change anything.
Nope. All right, Joel Dorset, second bowl. You're looking to move Ruth's bowl, which is the bowl behind. You can see this coming in. It's reasonably close. It's a good bowl.
Yeah, taking Ruthie out of the back there.
Canberra will be holding 2.
So for anyone wondering, this is the only game not finished. You'll see on the bottom left of your screen, 19-17 after 19 ends. A really big 17 for some reason, but that not a big deal. It's there.
The fives are nearly finished. As we said, the score update there, 56-51 to Vikings on the final end.
And I think that one came in and counted for Queanbeyan, so we've got 2 there now. Let's see if we can get that view to there. Yep, that white one sat beautifully on the on that wing bowl, the black and white one. So they're definitely holding it. Oh no, my apologies. Down 1. Canberra sitting on the jack, of course.
Canberra sitting on the jack. Yep.
Canberra needing 2 shots. Get that pride.
How are you, mate? They're going to win that.
So that was a heavy shot from the Canberra skip from Bradley Thomas. Brad Thomas, like I said, I know him quite well. He's not scared of a heavy shot either. He does like to play through. He's quite an extraordinary player. Amongst the best of the South Coast when he was down there. Brad Thomas once again coming down heavy. Trying to see what he's trying to move. Oh,
he's dislodged his own bowl.
Oh, they're actually shaking hands. So I thought it was 2 ends to go. Or are they just going to finish there? So it's one to Queanbeyan on that rink, and that'll be it. I think they've been updating their scoreboard every second end. So
just to
and that's it. Conceded by at least Queanbeyan RSL just did finish that. So, ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the Bowls ACT Grade 1 Pennant Final, Queanbeyan RSL Memorial. And remarkable, that's the 2s and the 1s. They'll be very excited. They'll be pumping here at Queanbeyan RSL. Brilliant effort. Remarkable score in the end. They won't finish the last 2 ends. There's no point. They can't catch them. And huge victory, Neil.
Yeah, that was a great victory. As I said earlier, Queanbeyan RSL or Canberra Bowling Club didn't bowl badly at all. They really had some fantastic performances, both personally and as Rinks and as teams. Queanbeyan RSL just from the outset were just, as you said, that 10% better.
Yeah, just that 10%. That's it. There's a difference between scoring multiples and scoring 1s. The heads were really close. Everyone did really well. On our rink, obviously, we've been singing Crowley's praises all day. He'll get a big head if he watches this back.
I wonder if you look back on hindsight, the mental sort of advantage that 6 gave you after on the first rink, on that first end.
100% agree. It would have been, and the pressure was on straight away.
Yep.
And
even though Canberra were able to come back, and at times during that match lead, it's just that mental anguish that you're down 6, you're chasing 6, you're constantly you spend so long chasing that lead, and Queanbeyan were able to defend it.
That's it, and you see it on our rink though. They won the rest of the game. They went down 6 and lost by 3.
100%,
yeah.
You know, but take that 6 out of it, and as I said, on an end by end basis, Canberra won more ends.
Yeah.
Canberra won more ends. They just were winning 1s, and Queanbeyan were a 6, 3s and 2s. That's
Absolutely
the difference.
Right.
And Queanbeyan will walk away with a pennant flag in the 1s. They've got a pennant flag in the 2s.
And you see them have their little group over here.
They'll have
a
a cheer. In the 3s, it looked like
Canberra has won the 3s.
Canberra won the 3s
by 10 shots. As we watch this, and then over there the final end.
And then if I go through my sheet here, Bungendore won the 4s. It looks like Vikings are going to win the 5s. Western Creek won the 6s. And Canberra won the 7s. So a good result for Canberra, a couple of flags. Queanbeyan, a couple of flags. Western Creek won, Bungendore won. And Queanbeyan RSL have put on a fantastic show for us here. They've really hosted well. Hats off to Reese at West Coast Bowls for his sponsorship, his support, and I'm sure he has been coming up to talk to us over the last 2 days. He said to me when he gets a gap, he'll be up to talk to us, so he obviously hasn't had a gap. So
there's no gap.
No problems at all, Reese. We'll talk to you another time, but thank you very much for your support. Congratulations to Queanbeyan RSL on both the results and their hosting. Thank you very much to everyone who's been a part of this. Well done, Wade and Dylan, on the presentation of the greens, and thank you, Benny, for your work.
Oh, mate, it's an absolute pleasure, and well done commentating the last 2 days. Your voice, we saw Ruthie yesterday as well. It's been an absolute pleasure here. And look at that image there. There's your winning teams in front of their club. It's absolutely spectacular here at Queanbeyan RSL. I'm just waiting for the final score to go up. But, yep, Tuggeranong have won the Grade 5 pennant as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from Neil and I here at Queanbeyan RSL Memorial and YouTube Live Sports. On behalf of Community Sports Entertainment, I've been Benny Two Shoes. Neil Simmons here with me. Bowls ACT. Well done, everyone, all the organisers involved. We'll see you next time. I'm not entirely sure what my next stream is. I think it's Warilla, but I can't wait to see you then. Farewell.
Thanks, Benny.